hello, hello, everybody. If you're watching live, give me a hashtag live right now. If you're watching on the replay, let me see hashtag replay in the comments. Let me know that you are there. So what you're watching right now is what I call the Sister to Sister Connection show. Myself and my amazing, phenomenal, resilient co-host, Mr. Wantas Davis Jones. We both do this show together every single week. We're actually in season 9 of the show, so we're so excited that we have been sticking it out and going on strong for 9 full seasons. And you guys, let me say this. We want to thank each and every one of you because guess what? We reached a huge milestone last month. Okay, so if you're watching on our YouTube channel, I want to thank all of our YouTube subscribers. We have just broke the 100 subscription milestone. So thank you guys so much. If you're not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell button so you'll never ever miss any of our live shows. So Twonta and I, she's going to probably be coming in very soon. We do this show every Wednesday, every single Wednesday. Oh, yes. So Twonta won't be on tonight. Her daughter has a play. So Twonta and I do this show every single Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We also have a Facebook group, y'all. We also have a Facebook group. Okay, we call it Sister to Sister Connection Drive. Everyone is welcome to join our Facebook group by going to bit.ly/Sister to Sister Connection. You can be a part of the Sister to Sister Connection movement. Okay, just make sure you answer those questions when you join the group. We also have two awesome opportunities coming up. We have an amazing opportunity for you guys to promote your business inside of our Sister to Sister Connection tribe. So to learn more about that, if you're on our email list, we're going to first send you guys out the applications to sign up for that. Okay. And the next opportunity that we have for you guys is a Sister to Sister Connection. It's a self-care event that's coming up very soon. So keep your ears open for that. That's going to be coming down the pipeline very, very shortly. So let's get into the topic, ladies. I love this topic. So tonight's topic, y'all, is tonight's topic. Tonight's topic is called Pass the Baton. Pass the baton. So you ever think about running a race, right? You're running. Now, I never did track and field in high school because, child, I was not going to be down. Listen, we would have lost every single game, every single match, especially when it's track and field. Right, Therese? We have to jump over them damn sticks and stuff. Oh, they would have had me in the hospital. I would have been in the hospital, But huge shout out to those of you who have done track and field. My sister, I know she's done it, but it's just not my ministry, right? But in life, you have to pass the baton, right? We are unknowingly passing down all types of things from generation to generation, right? We're passing because we all have a level of influence that most of us haven't even tapped into yet, but other people see it. I was just talking to my clients earlier, and I was saying that in this season, a lot of people are seeing in me what I have yet to see in myself. It's like what my dad used to say, having that sight beyond sight. God gives us sight beyond sight. A lot of times you have influential people around you who see something in you that you haven't even tapped into, had access to, or even saw in yourself. And this is why it's amazing to be a part of an amazing tribe of women, right? That also has sight beyond sight, that sees more in you than what you see in yourself right now. Okay, so what we do after the show, once I'm done with these talking points, and I want each and every one of you to participate as well. Hey, love, who is that? That is a pretty picture. The Hair Cafe and Glam Studio. Yes, honey. Thank you for hopping on, sis. So what we do after every show is we do something called the afterglow. So throughout the show, Therese, our show producer, she's going to be posting the Zoom link for you guys to join us. Now, we do not record the afterglow. You don't have to have your camera on. We dive in more deeper to tonight's topic. We talk about different things you guys want to talk about, get different perspectives on. We have a lot of fun. So join us and be around other like-minded women as well. Towards the end of the show, we do something called What's News? Hey, LaShawn, we do something called What's News. And Therese, do you have that What's News? Yeah, you got, okay, girl, let me shut up. Yes, we got amazing What's News segment, so make sure y'all stay to the end. So, pass the baton. Let's bring up the first point. So, when you're passing the baton, the awesome thing that you're doing is you're passing down generational healing. How many of you have had trauma, or how many of you have you run your life a certain kind of way? Hey, Paula, how you feeling, sis? You run your life a certain type of way because you've seen your mom do certain things, operate a certain way. Hey, Diane, how are you, lovely? You see your parents operate a certain kind of way. You saw your grandparents operate a certain kind of way. I know a lot of people who have certain habits that they mentally can't get out of because their grandparents told them not to do that or to do that. Like, for example, if I'm walking down the street with you and there's a pole ahead of us, I won't split a pole with you. Like, I'm weird. Like, you know how they have poles like on the street, like, you know, like poles for the light, poles for the stop sign, right? Hand pink, what hand pink, wait, what's that mean? Hand pink, well, girl, I don't understand what they mean, but definitely have done that in the past. Yes. So, you know, I've learned that just growing up and seeing some of my family members said, don't do that, don't split a pole with me, right? These are some habits that we have been passed down. So much things have been that you are passing down to people who are ahead of you, generations of women and men, children, nieces, nephews, daughters, sons under you, grandchildren, right? So you want to make sure it's so important to pass down healing. You know, a lot of families sit at the dinner table and they talk about the problem. They talk about the negative situation. They gossip, they complain, they worry, and all these things. And I feel like if we start really talking about healing, how to define healing, how to seek healing, how to practice different coping skills, I know that a lot of our children are going to have better coping skills when it comes to anxiety, when it comes to depression, and when it comes to their mental health. Because I'll be quite honest, you know, I grew up when my parents just didn't talk about certain things, right? And that actually harmed us as children growing up into adulthood. Like, bring it out on the table. And, you know, years ago, this pastor told me this one time, and he said, we got to stop sugarcoating things. We got to just lay it all out on the line. If you're having a disagreement with your husband, right, don't come out the room and say, yeah, I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, be honest with your children, because now they're going to fake the funk and they're going to pretend. And then when they're going to a situation, they're not going to know how to heal. They're just going to hide. And that ain't good. Healing is important. Healing is what you're going to get the solution to. Healing, you're going to get the victory, ladies. All right. So make sure that as you're passing down a baton of life, a business, that you're also passing down healing. I was just talking to somebody earlier, and she was telling me that in January, she had to take a break from social media, right? She had to take a break from social media to work on herself. And I congratulated her for that. I could, in the past, I would have said, girl, you don't walk away from social media for the whole month. You're going to lose business. But here's the thing. It's important to work on yourself before you're able to help others. I've seen so many people show up broken trying to help other people. All you're going to do is break more people. I see so many people who are trying to heal other people, so many coaches, so many mentors who are trying to heal other people, but they have not healed themselves. And they think that they're going to, as they help more people, they're going to help themselves. When all reality, you're going to be passing down, right, more brokenness because you haven't focused on yourself, focused on fixing yourself, or mending yourself, or healing those things. Because we all have triggers. We all have triggers. You could be having a conversation with somebody that's going through the same thing, and it's going to trigger you in the wrong direction because you haven't healed from it. You haven't healed from it. Let's get into number two. Number two. So again, guys, type in the comments. Healing is important. Healing is important. It is. Face it. Address it. Right? Survive from it. Listen, when you're passing down a baton, you're passing down generational blessings, y'all. Generational blessings. Be careful what you say around your children. Be careful what you say around the youth, younger people. I see so many young kids, and y'all let me know if your experiences too. I see so many young children using bad languages all the time. Every 5 words is a cuss word, a nasty word, or whatever. And I'm just like, when my kids come home, yes, Paula, when my kids come home, they say, Mommy, why do certain kids in my class curse all the time? And I said, baby, it's not their fault. Because they're in that environment at home. See, in my household where I grew up, my mom didn't cuss. My dad, man, he barely got mad. Now, my dad was mad. that means somebody is your fault. Okay, because he would never get really, really angry. So I would say it's what they're around, the environment that they're around, that they pick up on all those things. Okay. So like I was saying, y'all, focus on passing down generational blessings. Okay. And generational blessings does not have to be financial. My father, he passed away, back in 2001. And he didn't leave us with a whole lot of money, but what he did left me with is the roadmap and the blueprint to building $1 million businesses. Okay. So that's what I'm saying, guys. Yes, you could pass down wealth, but here's the thing. How many times you seen people blow away money? How many times you see, people get a trust and all this other stuff and they just blow it away? But if you give them the knowledge, pass them down the expertise, that's going to bless them beyond and beyond and beyond. So in the comments, y'all, type in, I'm going to pass down generational blessings. Okay. Whether it's to your children, to your children's children, and even to the sister friend that you know. Okay. So let's move on to the next point, y'all. And as I just said, today we're talking about how to pass the baton, how to pass the baton. Okay. Number 3 is generational hope. Generational hope is important, y'all, because a lot of these children, a lot of these young ladies, a lot of these young men think life is hopeless. If you don't have a certain outfit on, if you ain't driving a certain car, if you don't have this type of friends, if you don't have this many followers on social media, if you didn't get that many likes on your posts, then life is just hopeless. There's so much more to life. I tell my kids all the time. Don't take yes, hey Karen, how are you? I tell my kids all the time. Don't take a problem that you're having now as a problem that you're going to have forever. You're young. You have your whole life ahead of you. Right? There's so much hope and adventure and abundance and blessings out there. Right? So pass down hope. Like your children and the people around you are watching how you handle trials and tribulations and circumstances. And here's the thing, some of y'all going through something in life right now, right? That you said, God, I accept the challenge. God, I'm ready for this. But you're also saying yes to the times when you're going to be hitting the wall, the times when you're going to be crawling and struggling. Nothing comes easy. That's where that hope word comes from, is when you're still, even when you're in the pit, even when you're in the valley, even when you're at your lowest of lowest moments, you still see hope. You got to see hope in everything that you do. You got to see hope in your marriage. You got to see hope in your life. You got to pray for hope in your business, right? You got hope also ties into faith. I was telling my clients this earlier today. I said, you know what? I've seen in the past 48 hours, I've seen God move in so many people's lives in the past 48 hours. I've seen God made something that I thought in my mind and my spirit believed that was impossible. But when I woke up the next morning, I was like, oh my God, this girl reached her goal. Oh my God, this girl really, she accomplished her destination. Right? Karen said, just on for a few moments during halftime at the best. Okay, thank you for hopping on, Karen. I hope you've been blessed. So I've seen God move, and I know some of you see that. You see God move and pour on blessings on so many people's lives. But here's the thing, people work for that. I was telling my clients this earlier today, your goals are not going to meet you halfway. Some of us think that we're like, well, we show up for 2 days, then we're going to see more doors open. We're going to see more blessings happen. No. Your goals are not going to meet you halfway. You have to chase your goals. You have to chase your success. You have to chase your blessing. You have to chase. Yes. Thank you, Trisha. You have to chase your abundance. It's not going to just, okay, you did this for 15 days. So for the next 15 days, I'm going to speed you up to your goal. No. You have to chase after. When I made a decision to leave my full-time corporate job back on August 11th of 2017, I chased that. I was showing up multiple times a day to promote my business. I was following up with people. I was growing my email list. I was connecting with people. I was showing up for every single class, every single session. I was the first person to show up on the Zoom and the last person to leave off the Zoom. Sometimes I was the only person on the Zoom because I needed to reach my goal. I knew even then that my goal was not going to reach me halfway. Some of y'all need to do the work. Focus more on the work, less on the goal, because work will always pay for itself. And it's surprising me to this day that some of y'all have more hope for your job, more hope for your employer than you do for your business, than you do for your life. You put so much hope in other people and none in yourself. None in yourself. So look at what you are passing down generationally. Generationally. All right, let's bring up the next point. Let's bring up the next point, which is our last point. And then we're going to jump into what's news. And then right after this, we're going to be doing the afterglow. All right. Point number 4 is generational rest and peace. When I equate a rest and not rest like sleeping, because I firmly believe that some of y'all don't need to be really sleeping and really resting, because you still got work to do. You haven't completed your to-do list, right? You haven't gotten nowhere near your goal. See, God rested when his assignment was done. God rested when he spoke, let there be light into existence, and he created the world and created all the land and the water and all these things. Then he rested, right? But some of y'all say, well, I got to rest, listen to my body. Some of y'all listening to the wrong thing. Sometimes your body is giving you the wrong thing. Sometimes, that feeling of anxiousness and that feeling of so-called tiredness, that's probably your spirit telling you, let's go. Let's go. Whatever you're working on right now is not what you're supposed to be working on. You're supposed to be working on something else. Let's go. Right? Or you could be sitting at your computer and be like, oh God, my eyes are getting tired. Let me go lay down. No. Did you reach your goal? See, I'd rather rest when I reach my goal. I'd rather rest when I'm done with all my tasks on my to-do list. That is peaceful rest. How many of y'all want peaceful rest in 2023? Typing me in the chat. I don't want to just rest and just wake up and then say, oh my God, I rested for 2-3 hours and I could have got this done. I could have got that done. Right? We have no time to waste time. Show your children and the people around you how to really rest, how to really take time off, how to really take vacation. Because while you resting, that don't solve the problem. While you trying to avoid what it is you need to do, there's no solution in that. So generational rest is peaceful rest. It's the rest that says, it has been done. It has been finished. It has been completed. Now let me rest. You're not waking up the next day worried, saying, well, I didn't do this the day before. I didn't do. Listen, can somebody type in the word stop for me this real quick? Write the word in the chat, stop. I want everybody on the sound of my voice, even if you're watching the replay, write the word stop. And when you write that word, right, I pray that God stops you from procrastinating. I pray that God stops you from getting in your own way. I pray that God stops you from stopping. I pray that God stops you from flirting with quitting. I pray that God stops you for thinking that you are not worthy for success. Let's talk about Black women real quick. If you go way back, way back. Thank you, Diane. Thank you, the hair care. Thank you. If you go way back, there is a history of, thank you, Karen. There is a history of Black female millionaires. There are tons of women in historical history that have made $1 million businesses that probably, if we was to count it to today's dollars, it would have been billions of dollars, way more than the owner of Amazon and all those people. So we have it within us to reach success. How many times people have taken our ideas? Right? Hair Care Cafe. Look at all the Asians and all these other people that are dominating this industry. Why can't we get in access to that and kick the door down? Hey, Miss Walker, thank you for hopping on. Yeah, I thought you said your name was Madam CJ Walker. My bad. Madam CJ Walker, yes. I'm so silly. He's over there cracking up. Yes, yes, Miss Walker. Listen, I'm not just resurrect Miss Madam CJ Walker. So anyway, there's $1 million women who have built $1 million businesses that is within us. And we just got to tap into it, y'all. I was telling my clients this earlier today, is that this month, our word for this month is forward February. I want everybody to type that in the comments right now. Forward February. Now that you stop the foolishness, you said stop to procrastination, you said stop to letting yourself down, right? You said stop to counting yourself out. Now it's time to move forward in February. This is what February is about. February is about moving forward. And as you're moving forward, you're not looking behind you. You're not looking at what didn't work in January. You're not looking at what you didn't accomplish in January. You can't drive a car, right, and get to your destination by turning around and looking behind you the whole entire ride. Thank you, ladies. Forward February is about what's the next thing? What's the next step? All right, you made your goal today. What's the next step? All right, you got this accomplished in your life. Now, what's the next move? Don't get complacent this month because you're going to miss your mark. This is the shortest month in the year, y'all. It doesn't mean that you're going to do short time activity. It means the month is one of the months that you're going to do the most, right? Because you're moving forward. I see so many of y'all say, oh yeah, I'm trying to get started. Get started. I see so many of y'all say, I'm trying to make things happen, then make it happen. I see so many of y'all said, I have this written down to get done, then do it. Move forward. Move forward. Because I was even saying this earlier today. I don't want to hear I'm tired. I don't want to hear I'm overwhelmed. Listen, there are people in the hospital right now that can't walk. There are people in the hospital right now that can't physically get up out of their bed. Did you get up out of your bed this morning? You may have gotten up there out of your bed slowly, or you may have gotten up out of your bed rolling over and you was like, oh, tired and groggy, right? But you got up, right? Some people wants to be in your position right now so bad just to get up out of the bed in the morning on their own is a huge blessing for them, right? So now you guys have to not take that for granted and maximize. I do this to myself all the time. Every morning, my alarm clock goes off. And the other day, I told y'all, I was telling my clients that I felt bad because my alarm went off and I went back to sleep. So this morning, I said, ready, set, dominate. I say that all the time. That helps me be like, yeah, I got this, right? So I said, ready, set, dominate. And I got up out of my bed. It's time to dominate. It's time to dominate. You guys have so much goals. It's no time for resting. Rest when you reach your goal at the end of the year. You could take a trip to Bali, you could take a trip to Puerto Rico, and you could actually rest because you reached your goal. Right? So stop sitting on your success. Stop making excuses. I'm tired is an excuse. I'm not feeling too good is an excuse. Let me tell you something. I could show you some people that ain't really feeling well. Okay? Stop laying, oh my God, things are I'm too busy as an excuse. Stop. Y'all stop. Will somebody put the word stop again in the comments? It's time to stop. It's time to stop. If you create a better financial, spiritual life circumstances for yourself, all these hindrances that you're currently dealing with will disappear. Because you got your finances together, you have your life together, you have your financial independence together. All these things are important to create a healthy life, a well life, a great life. And here's the thing, y'all. Forget about me. Y'all could be mad at me for everything I said on this live. But really, it's about you got to stop putting yourself down. You got to stop putting yourself down. And I think I've learned this from watching certain women in my family, and I've shared this on this show before. I watched so many women in my family say they're going to do something, and they never did it. They tried it out for a week and they stopped. And me looking at them and being disappointed, not mad, not angry, but disappointed. See, I'm fine with my children being mad at me. I'm fine with my children being angry with me, because when I say no, that means no. So my daughter turns around and sucks her teeth and gets upset. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. But disappointment, that's going to hit my heart so bad. I never want my children to be disappointed in me. So I always say, my children know when mommy says she's going to do something, mommy's going to do it. I'm a woman of my word when it comes to that. Right? Because I never want them to turn around and say, my mama said she was going to do this and she never did it. My mom said she was going to leave her job. She said, one day I'm going to leave my job and never do it. So I refuse to not come through for myself. Right? So you got to ask yourself, what is keeping people from connecting with me? What is propelling people away from me? And you got to really point your finger to yourself. Period. And say, it's you. You got to get out there more. You got to show up more. You got to be more consistent. You got to stop. I even heard this morning somebody say, I'm not good with technology. Then get good with technology. It's not rocket science. You don't have to get a doctorate degree to learn how to post something on social media. You don't have to get a master's degree to learn how to do a reel. You don't have to get a bachelor's degree to do a business plan. We got to get that out of our mind. I can't. I don't know how to. I'm not sure. And do it. Are y'all hearing me? Listen, we got to stop making excuses because the devil is going to play around with you. He's just ready to, check. He got a whole checklist of excuses he's going to put in your mind, and it's going to fester. And now guess what's going to happen? By the end of this year, you're going to have another year of woulda, shoulda, coulda. I'm going to have another year of you didn't reach your goal. You're going to have another year and say, I had planned to get this done. I had this on my vision board. Thank you. Thank you so much, Lord. Love. I have this on my pipeline. Didn't get done. Didn't get done. And after that comes the excuses. After that comes the setbacks that you made up for yourself. Somebody type in not this year. Please, somebody type in, tell your neighbor not this year. Tell the person behind you, not this year. It's 2023, baby. And this is going to be the year. I don't know. Listen, I don't know 2022. I don't even remember 2020. But this is going to be 2023. You're not going to end this. No, not this year. And let me tell y'all something else. This is going to help you guys out a lot. There's a little exercise I do sometimes when negativity seeps in my mind, when negativity pops in my inbox or in my Facebook inbox or my email inbox, right? Or even when I have a negative thought. You know what I say? I say, devil, no access. Yes, not this year. I'm tired of getting away. I said, devil, no access. Your card's declined. Somebody type in no access. You gotta start saying that. A thought comes up in the past, no access. Somebody start saying, I have the greatest business in the world. I have the baddest business in the world. I am the baddest coach in the world. I'm the baddest service provider in the world. I'm the baddest network marketer in the world. I am the baddest in the world. You know what I call myself? I say I'm the #1 email marketing strategist. Yes, I am. I am the #1. There's nobody out there better than me. There's nobody out there who can do what I do, teach how I teach, impact women, how I impact women. I am the best. Because guess what? There's only one Leticia. There's only one Leticia. I don't care what little girl out there. Yes, you're a little girl. What little girl out there who says she's a email marketing strategist, that's what? I am top shelf. Okay? I learned this from Eric Thompson when he says he's the #1 motivational speaker. He said he called himself the #1 motivational speaker before he became the #1 motivational speaker. And I will always say on stage to the day I die that I am the #1 email marketing strategist. There is no better. There will never be no better. Unless I leave this earth, I'll pass the crown on. But until then, I dominate this throne. And you got to look, I don't care what industry you're in. I don't care if there's people who sell the same thing that you're selling. You got to look at yourself in the mirror and say, I am the best. I am the best. I say that all the freaking time. Y'all can go on my Facebook page. It says it right on my banner. Thank you so much, love. I said, I'm number one. Who you talking about? When people say, oh, such and such teach, I don't know her. She ain't on my level. I don't, who that? Oh, she the clearance line one. Okay. Okay. I'm top shelf. Okay. Anything else is a knockoff. Right, Therese? Anything else out there right now? I'm sorry. Y'all could say what you want, but you a knockoff. And it's not for me to be arrogant, but I'm sorry. People get afraid when a Black woman got confidence. You see what I'm saying? And they get afraid. They get a little nervous, right? Because they go, ooh, okay, she's stepping into she's stepping into her greatness. This is how we supposed to think, ladies. Because I got tired of being behind people. You know what I'm saying? I used to be that person that said, well, I'm not going to show up unless I have somebody next to me. I'm not going to launch or get out there unless I have somebody who is partnered with me. And God said, no, I brought you this far. And I brought you this far because I assigned you to help the people that I assigned you to help. You are going to be number one to them. So if you work with another email marketing strategist, girl, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, honey. Give you a hope and a prayer. I give you a hope and a prayer. You got that discount coaching. Okay. But we want to step over here and deal with the number one, the only one. Let's talk. So I want y'all to type in the comments, whatever title you call you, if you have a business, right now, and you have a title, like you go on and you call yourself, but I am such and such, and I am your whatever, put number one in front of it. It's going to feel kind of funny when you first say it. The first few months, when you say it, number one, I'm number one. Okay, Tisha, don't say email marketing strategist. Say put number one in front of it. Put number one. And it feels kind of like, and then after a while, you'd be like, okay, I'm here, Lord. Let's go. Let's go. And you get out there and say, hello. My name is Miss Karen Perkins, and I am your number one. My name is LaShawn Hackley, and I am your number one. People are going to start to say, okay, she is certain of herself. See, that's what people need when they look at you. They need to know that you are really certain about helping them. You're not like everybody else is just showing up to show up. Like, you are positioning yourself for success. So don't be afraid, y'all. Because there's no one else out there like you. What God has for you, God has for you. But you got to possess it. You got to claim it. You got to walk in it before it actually comes to fruition. Right? And have that belief in yourself that you are the baddest in the game. Ladies, each and every one of you, you are the baddest, the best, the everything in the game. If you don't feel like the best, say you're the best so you can get better. Whether you got to buy more books and read it, whether you got to hire more training and attendant, whatever that is, you just sharpen your knife because you want to cut something. Stop putting yourself down. Stop trying to be behind people. I feel like this is helping somebody. You were like me before when you felt like I had to be behind or next to somebody. No. People are looking for you to stand on your own. Start calling yourself the best. Start thinking the best. Start acting like a CEO. Are y'all hearing me? This year, it's going to be no access to the devil. This year is going to be different, massively different. I've already seen God move in a massive way in people's lives just in the past 48 hours. He's not just doing these little things. He's doing some big things. But you got to show up and be present for the big things. You got to claim it before it even happens to you. I said this month, I want to help 263 clients grow their email list. I want to work for 5 days with 263 clients to help them dominate their email marketing. Because this is the year of domination. Y'all know that's my favorite word. Yes, Paula, domination. This is the year of domination. Domination means taking over. Domination is working through. Domination is saying, I ain't going to give up no matter how I feel, no matter what my circumstances are. Number one, resource, family, travel. That absolutely. That's who you are, because you know yourself, Diane. Know it better than most. Ladies, don't count yourself out. Don't push yourself to the side. Even after this live, get to work. I don't care what time it is. Get to work. Then I'm telling you, you're going to have that peaceful rest by the end of this year. Let me tell you something. End of this year, honey, we're going to do something big. Okay? And it's going to be for the women who busted their ass. Excuse my French, sorry. All year. Didn't take no for an answer. Somebody tells you no in the inbox, you coming right back at them with another script saying, okay, I know you said no, but let me tell you, honey. I know you said not right now, but why not right now? What you girl? What you talking about? No, now it's today, girl. You can go. What's your credit card number? It's today. Don't take no for an answer. I look forward to people blocking me this year. You know I sound crazy, right? Right, Therese? I look forward to it because that lets me know that you like, Like I'm gonna keep doing my thing until I hear block, so I'm able to go into the thing like, oh, okay, move on to the next person. Because I refuse to take no for an answer. Okay? Because no is not no to me. It means like, okay, I need to come at you a different way. I need to be more persistent. Thank you, love. You want me to be more persistent. That's what you're saying. Okay. I can do that. I can do that. I'm going to ask you some questions. I'm going to get you to the yes. Right? Because I was that way. When I was working at my job, and one day I was sitting in my office, and this is when Periscope first came out. I'm watching this person on Periscope, this lady I was looking at, and I'm like, wait a minute. If she looks like that and she can make money, honey, I know I can make some money. See, some of us, we think like you got to look a certain kind of way to be a millionaire. No, you don't. If I saw Mark Zuckerberg walking down Times Square right now, I wouldn't even recognize him. Because on the regular, he just dresses like a regular person. Right? You don't have to look expensive to be rich. Okay, so I looked at this person. I'm like, wait a minute, this woman over here going live. Okay, and I'm not going to get into anything else of how she looked. But let me tell you something. I looked at her and I said, listen, this woman is making money from her living room. Had a bottle of bleach behind her on the top of the shelf. Had this little curtain in the background. I'm like, this woman out here making money online and I'm sitting here working for somebody else. Oh, no. No. So I showed up. Then God laid something up on me. He got me pregnant. Not God. God didn't get me pregnant. My husband got pregnant. God didn't get me pregnant. Okay, wouldn't that be something? It'll be the second coming, honey. That's when you know the world about to end, right, Therese? The world about to end and God got me pregnant. That's the second coming. So, what was I going to say? I went up into a whole tangent. When I got pregnant, that was another thing that got laid on me. And I said, I got into a panic attack. I said, I got to get out of this job. It's my 4th child. I want to be going back to work after 12 weeks. I got to get off this job. So I worked for 6 full months. Busted my butt. If y'all don't believe me, go on my timeline and y'all will see me go live like a beast, follow up like crazy. I don't even know how I slept. I don't even know what mood or mode I was on. I just knew that I had a goal and I had to reach it. And I didn't care what other people out there that was offering the same thing I was offering, that was selling similar to. I did not care. Y'all got listen. I don't care what no other person is doing out there on social media. I may look at similar people who do what I do, just as for market research purposes, but I don't see you. Feel what I'm saying? I don't. I could stand in a room toe to toe with anybody and know my stuff and know what my value is and know what my impact is. Each and every one of y'all under the sound of my voice, you have influence. You just got to tap into it. Stop being scared. Stop being nervous. Stop looking at your competitors all the time and say, well, I see such and such do this. Stop. Worry about your page. Worry about your lane. Because they working. That's the only difference between you and them is they working and you not. You looking at somebody that went on Google and copied and pasted something, and you're thinking like, oh my God, their reel is amazing. Their post is amazing. Everybody is copying and pasting, replicating all that stuff. Ain't nothing original. But you. So listen, y'all, cut the noise, cut the mess, cut it. Because this year is your year. This is the year of domination. And the devil's going to try you. He's going to throw all types of obstacles. He's going to throw all types of situations in front of you because he wants you to end this year in lack. Oh, thank you, love. And that's the thing, y'all. When people say, I was saying this the other day, somebody told me, you can't use God. God uses you. Let God use you. Let God use you. You feel what I'm saying? So, guys, listen. Join us for the afterglow. Let's step into what's news, because I want to show you guys, and I just told you guys earlier about how God is showing me how he's doing an overflow of blessings for so many Black women that I see around me that are literally blowing up. Okay, in a huge, I don't know if I'll say the B word, in a huge and abundant way. But here's the first thing these women had to do. They have to believe that it's possible, right? They saw the destination for themselves. They saw the goal for themselves before it even happened. Hold on one second, y'all. Latrice, pull that up while I calm the kids down. So if you guys don't know what What's News is our segment where we talk about things that you guys are not going to hear about in the news. We really, highlight certain influential women of color, men of color, children of color, all across the world who is doing some impactful thing. So I want to definitely give this opportunity to highlight this amazing young lady, right? Her name is Erica Cole. She was just featured in an article recently, right? So she said HBCU grad turned multi-million multi-millionaire, reveals how broken pieces of life drove her to success. How broken pieces of her life has drove her to success. So Teresa, do you have the link so I can read the article? Let me check in Voxer. Hold on, I want to read the article here on my screen, so that way I can read it for you guys. So We actually came across this. I think LaShawn, are you on here? I think LaShawn, you sent us the link to this article, if I can remember. So it says Erica Alexandra Cole, an HBCU graduate of the University of what? University of Pine Bluff, yeah. And the first Black multi-millionaire of paparazzi accessories, motivational speaker, financial advisor, and credit expert, has written her first book. Okay, so she's in network marketing. She has her own book. That's phenomenal. So her book is called Broken Pieces Create My Purpose. It's filled with testimonials of experiences throughout her life. The release of the book is accommodated with a self-guided journal to healing your broken pieces. Right. Sickle cell, anemia, racism in corporate America, divorce, bankruptcy, Hurricane Katrina, miscarriages, and family tragedies have been the fuel to this young woman's life purpose of helping others. Yes, y'all. So Teresa's she actually put the link to this article in the chat. So I encourage you guys to, read it. If there's a section for you to comment under there, definitely do. But yeah, this is definitely a phenomenal woman. So again, we wanted to feature her in What's News, y'all. So no matter what you're doing in life, no matter what type of business that you're running, listen, y'all, the world is yours. The world is yours. Just like the movie Scarface. I know that's a really horrible example to use, but in the movie Scarface, he had a statue in his living room. He said, and it said, "The world is mine." The world is yours. All right, ladies. So what we're going to do now is we're going to step into the afterglow. So Therese has put the link in the chat, the Zoom link. If you guys don't see it, let us know in the comments if you want the link. Join me. I'll be hosting the afterglow today. As I mentioned earlier, the afterglow is about you guys. We allow you to come, join us backstage. We're going to talk. We're going to chat. We're going to chop it up. Get around like-minded women. We're not going to be on that long. We normally don't stay on longer than 30 minutes. Sometimes we go a little bit over depending on the conversation, but you don't need to have your camera on and it's not going to be recorded. Okay. So hop on over to the Afterglow and join us, and we'll see you next week for the Sister to Sister Connection Talk Show. I hope you guys have had an amazing time. If you was blessed by this, go ahead and like and follow the page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we will see you next time. And always remember, love on your sister. Bye, y'all.